head is pounding. You must have hit it and blacked out, but you aren't sure how you got here or what on Vertumna is happening. There's something important you need to remember. Your stomach lurches as the floor crumbles beneath your feet, then collapses. Your body aches, and your eyes burn from the smoke. A figure appears through the flames. It's your friend. Your friend? Wait, why can't you remember her name? She's gesturing and shouting at you, but all you hear is a ringing in your ears. The choices are what's going on or climb out. Well, I see fire around me, and she's reaching down, so I'm going to choose climb out. You try to stand up, but one of your legs folds uselessly underneath you. It won't hold your weight. Your friend pulls you out of the rubble. She throws your arm over her shoulder and half drags you towards the door. Through it, you see a deep, eerie twilight, dark blue and cold against the heat of the fire around you. Glow season. Glowing eyes. You shake your head to clear your vision. Is that some kind of dog? Like from Earth? It doesn't look like a dog anymore. Creature howls and lunges, its jaws open. Boy, did I die already? Is the game over? That's not good. He's dead, Jim. I was a teenage exocolonist. You were born on the Stratospheric, Earth's first colony ship, halfway through its 20-year voyage to a wormhole at the edge of the Sol system. Your parents run the hydroponic gardens which make fresh air and vegetables for the ship. Like other colonists, they bravely chose to make this one-way journey to the uncharted planet Vertumna 4 in the hope they could escape Earth's troubles. They had you the old-fashioned way, merging their genes like they merged their cultures and traditions. They name you... I will be something else. What is your name? I will name myself Tails, because that's what people here on Twitch call me. I am a he, him. And I'm somewhere, I guess they're more masculine. Hey, you're a bright-eyed child with an active imagination, sometimes too active, your mom says. You have vivid dreams of things you've never experienced. Dirt under your feet, skies overhead, endless jungles, and strange animals. You wonder what Vertuma it will be like. Okay, this is going to be interesting. Every child on the Stratospheric is given one genetic enhancement. By age 6, you see the first sign of yours. Ooh. Eagle eyes, extra fingers, absorbent brain, super strength, calm temperament, or nothing at all. I'm going to go with brain because I think that would be a good choice for me. At least for this playthrough. Okay. Professor Hal says kids learn fast because their brains are like sponges, but when people get older, they can't absorb as much new stuff. Not for you. You're always learning, and your curiosity knows no end. Okay. The other kids have trouble keeping up with you, but one tries. Energetic and loyal Anemone, tough and gentle Cal, bold and confident Mars, quiet and adventurous Dis, studious and mature Tangent, or shy and sweet Tammy. I'm going to go with bold and confident Mars. Mars is a natural leader. Whenever you're all playing together, Mars is the one who comes up with all the ideas. She can be a little bossy, but that's part of her charm. She always organizes fun stuff for the kids after class. You're both founding members of the secret Fun Times Club. Yes. You're 10 years old when the ship finally reaches the wormhole. Professor Hal says it's like a doorway to other star systems, with the planet Vertumna 4 on the other side. You run emergency drills for months to prepare. When the day finally comes, it starts with a rumble. Then things start to slide off the tables. You hurry to gather near the escape pods, just in case. The emergency area is crowded with families. It's going to be fine, Tails, your dad says. We'll be through the wormhole and down on the planet before you know it, just like we've practiced. Your mom gives him a sharp, worried look. Red emergency lights switch on as a siren begins to sound somewhere distant in the ship. You try to breathe slowly like you were taught, but you're very scared. You look out a porthole. The stars are gone. When you're frightened, you get in touch with your emotions or find a distraction. I'm going to go with find a distraction. You start a game of Rambutan with some of your classmates. You pick the topic, types of fruit. Cal thinks about it. I could name 10 kinds of fruit. Maybe I could name 11, Dis mumbles. Anemone confidently counters with 12. Back to Cal, he thinks again. I could name 20. The others shrug, and Anemone tells him to go ahead. Apple, orange, banana, Cal starts, and tomatoes are a fruit, and cucumbers and corn. The game immediately erupts into an argument of semantics, as many games of Rambutan do. You wait. The shaking builds. I'm getting lots of stress here. Then everything starts to get very weird. The hallway stretches, and you're stretching too. Your arms impossibly long. Your head feels like it's slowly filling up like a balloon and contracting down to the size of an atom at the same time. Is this the wormhole? Give me one moment. I have something come up. Okay, I am back. Apologies on that. One moment. I'm just making sure everything is clear before I proceed. Okay, here we go. Back in it. You hear the distant, ominous squeal of metal giving way as the ship shudders and lurches in slow motion. The weirdest part is a sense of deja vu. Deja vu. You're sure this has happened to you before, and you know somehow that everything is going to be okay. The shuddering reaches a crescendo. You hear an impossible loud crunch and feel weightless for a few seconds before gravity slams you back against the wall headfirst. You black out. As you slip unconscious, you feel yourself twisted out of time. It's today, yesterday, and tomorrow all at once. And more than just one tomorrow, lots of them. Different tomorrows. You find yourself in a place that you know from your dreams. Tilled fields, dramatic ridges, and a stranger, but also not a stranger, grinning as she grabs your hand. Hurry up, she says. I'm not going to let you miss this. Distantly, you can feel the ship shaking has stopped and hear your parents' worried voices. Feeling safe, you slip further into the warm embrace of the stars. You drift. Gradually, your consciousness reforms. You wake up in the medbay. The medbay under you plays a soft tone and an automated voice speaks. 2 weeks have elapsed. The patient's cranial injury has completed healing. They may now be safely discharged. As the fog lifts from your head, you realize something seems different about this room. It's so bright. You try to focus on the window. Something is definitely different. Sunlight? Trees? Ground? Let's think here. I'm gonna go with sunlight. Actually, I'm gonna go with trees. Instead of the familiar blackness of space, bright light from twin blue and yellow suns is streaming through the windows. You peer out and see fields, grass-walled domes, and walls ringed by giant mushroom-like trees. There are construction materials everywhere, and people walking around outside on the ground. You better get out there and join them. Rush outside to start your new life, or cautiously step outside to join your new life. I guess I'm going to rush outside. Uh-oh. Okay, so I can walk. Oh, Tammy jumps as you step out of the ship's quarters behind her. You're awake. Are you all better? You better go see your dad. She points southeast towards some geodesic domes. To walk, click on the ground. Click on characters to talk to them. Tammy looks concerned. You slept for so long after you bumped your head, she says. I bet your parents were worried. Your dad is working over in geoponics near those domes. They're called greenhouses. I would go with you, but, well, this is as far as I've been from the ship since we landed. Tammy stammers, blushing. It's scary outside. Come on, Tammy. Let's get going here. All right, we're going to walk, and we're supposed to walk southeast, north, south, east, this way. Who's that? Is that my dad? Tails, your dad gives you a big warm hug. I'm so happy you're finally awake. Dr. Instance thought it'd be best to keep you asleep while your noggin healed. Your mother and I thought you might sleep away the whole year, my snoozy little gooseberry. He checks your head and looks relieved. He was clearly very worried about you, but covers it with jokes and smiles. Aw, you love your dad? He's so embarrassing. Sure, love your dad. Welcome to Vertumna, he says, gesturing around you. You've never seen the stratospheric from the outside except in pictures. The ship has been separated in two and parts taken off to form other buildings and a big wall around the whole colony. The alien jungle creeps right up to the wall. Only the geodesic greenhouses pass outside it, dotting their way up the hill. The choices are, it's beautiful, how did you do this so fast, or what's outside the walls? Well, I'm going to ask, how did you do this so fast? You've been asleep for weeks, my dear aubergine, he says, and these geodesic greenhouses practically put themselves up. But some of this is only a quick temporary solution. We'll keep growing and improving things. One day our little colony will be as big as a whole city. Oh, before I forget, he pulls a package out from his satchel and hands it to you. You blink and stare at it blankly. Don't you know what day it is, he asks. You honestly don't. You remind him that you've been asleep in medbay. And of course, my puppy is barking. Barking, barking, barking. Okay, yeah, that's, hold on here. Somebody is spamming me. Why can't I block them? Block, block. Okay. Let's see here. How do I delete that message? Nope. Let's see. I cannot figure out how to delete it. Dang, Twitch, why can't you tell me how to delete the message? I'm in my dashboard, yo. Let's see here. There we go. Let's see if I can delete. Delete. There we go. Wonderful. Awesome. Now I can continue. Happy birthday, he shouts, wrapping you in a warm hug. Your birthday already? You feel a dizzying sense of deja vu. You stare hard at the wrapped package. You know exactly what is in there. You remember it. No, you dreamed about this package some years ago on the ship. Inside will be a small medallion in the shape of a sun that your dad made by hand. Open the package, tell me you know what's in it, or don't open the package. Well, I'm going to open the package. How? How did you know this? It's exactly as you imagined, as you dreamed. A feeling of panic in your throat. Your hand shakes, but how? Your dad notices. Are you okay, Tails? He snaps his fingers. Dr. Instant shouldn't have let you out so early. Sometimes those sleeping meds take a while to wear off. They might make your head feel funny for a few hours. You nod. Maybe. Maybe that's all it is. Oh, excuse me. I was trying to mute it so quick, but I missed out on it. Hey, Titus, how you doing? Professor Hal is expecting you in classes, if you're feeling up to it, your dad says, pointing west to the engineering wing in the rear end of the bisected ship. Then he points to the large doors you came out of earlier. Or you can relax in our quarters until you're feeling better. We'll talk later tonight, he says, then kisses the top of your head and ruffles your hair. Have a wonderful birthday, Tails. I love you. I am doing good. This is my first test stream. My layout, or my overlay, was not playing nice with the game. So here I am with the game and no overlay, but that's okay for now. And I didn't set up like any bots or alerts or anything like that. But again, slow going. I will figure it out. I'm going to give him a thumbs up. To enter buildings, click on the door of the flag beside it or get close and press enter or another action button. Then choose an activity for the month to gain skills and advance time. There are 13 months a year and 10 years to the end of the game. You only have time to focus on a few things. Roger that. Okay. I forgot where I was supposed to go. I guess it's through here, right? What is this? No, I don't want to go to command. I forgot which way I was going. Let's see here. Who's that? You see Dis sitting on the ground beside some bushes. Is he hiding from somebody? He seems to be watching the gate in the wall to the south where grown-ups are coming and going. Kids aren't allowed past the walls, he says quietly, without looking up. They say there's nothing to be afraid of, but then, why do we need walls? You stare at the gate and have a sudden rush of memory so strong that you think you might faint. You imagine something crashing through the wall, something enormous and dark and wriggly. For years in space, you had half-remembered nightmares of monsters, of your ship being destroyed, of sifting through wreckage that used to be your home trying to find something. Your dad always told you the dreams weren't real. Breaking you from your daydream, Dis whispers, I think there are monsters out there. I'm going to say, I believe you. No, you don't, he says. You're being sarcastic. I can tell. Nobody believes me. He turns his back and ignores you. I could say they're huge and wriggly and dangerous, but I'll just leave them alone. Well, you tried. This is so sensitive about being teased. Okay, let's see here. I think that's hydroponics. That's a wall. Oh, stop! I didn't want to go to engineering. Leave. I wanted to talk to that person. Hiya, Tails. Anemone seems really at home here. She's rolling a sports ball around with her foot, making patterns in the weird blue snow. This stuff is different from snow on Earth, she tells you, because it isn't cold. But it's still neat, and you can make stuff out of it. Your froggy head clears a little. Anemone is simple, physical, real. You always feel grounded near her. Hey, how you doing, James? Welcome into the stream. This is the first time I'm playing, so it is all good in the neighborhood, my dude. Why is that here? I don't understand. Okay, what? Oh no, I lost my chat room. Whoops. Oh well, it's back now. Oh well. Okay. Hello. Okay, let's see here. You always are grounded near her. Why aren't you in school? She smacks her forehead. School! I wondered where everybody was. I guess I'm going to be late for humanities class. She doesn't look very worried to you. It's okay, she says. Professor Hal is chill. He won't mind, but we should probably go now. She grins and starts running towards engineering. Hey, race you. No fair. She's getting a head start. What is that? The garrison. Nope, I'm not interested in the garrison right now. Okay, wall. Engineering. I'm going to study life sciences. Good afternoon, my burgeoning biologist and up-and-coming chemist. Professor Hal welcomes you back to your old classroom. This afternoon, we'll learn what I like to call the wet sciences. He gestures to his hollow projected lesson plan. Biology, chemistry, medicine, ecology, and geology. You'll learn a little bit of everything with opportunities for further study in your favorite field. If you're looking for something a little drier, try registering for engineering classes. For today's lesson, Professor Hal tells you, we'll start with a fun group project. You'll be studying the mush tree, a prominent natural resource native to Vertumna. In the ideal conditions, it can grow at a speed of over a meter a day and have a diameter of up to 30 centimeters. He stands on his tiptoes and gestures to illustrate. Your team will experiment to find those ideal conditions, and thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. You're teamed up with Tang and Cal and are given a mush tree spore and a bucket to grow it in. The rest is up to you. Tang looks up surveyor's notes on the holonet. Mush trees, she reads, are most abundant south of the colony in the stormy, moist regions of the subaqueous swamp. Man, that is a tongue twister. Yes, I have mentioned streaming before. This is the first time I'm doing it this year, and I am working all the kinks out as I'm able to. The kinks that presented today were not being able to be worked out, but I will continue to push forward as this year goes on. I do not have any more of that. Okay. What if we use water instead of soil, Cal suggests, like they do with hydroponics? Tang nods. If they like wet weather, that might work. Tails, do you have any suggestions? Let's see here. Lower the water's pH, put it under a bright grow light, sing to it daily, run an electric current through it, or all of the above. Let's lower the water's pH. You fill the bucket with water and add spark snow crystals. These are sometimes left over at the end of quiet season. They're mildly acidic, which means they should lower the pH of the water. Every day you rush into the classroom to check on its progress. At first there's nothing, but by midweek your little mush tree sprouts up and starts its journey. In the end, yours is in the middle of the pack. Seeing as mush trees don't usually grow where there's spark snow, you're able to conclude they probably don't like acid. When you work or go to class, you'll play a quick card challenge as the month passes. Move cards to fill the 5 panes and make the best hand you can. Yes, order matters. If your total in the circle on the right reaches the goal value, you win. Depending on your cards, some challenges can't be won, but you still get a reward for doing your best. Bonus for flushes, same color together. Bonus for pairs, same number together. Okay. Bonus for straights from left to right. The more cards in a flush pair of straight, the higher the bonus. Added to your total cards. Cards can also affect each other and can be rearranged to find the best score total. Okay, my goal is 9. Okay. Well. Hey, I won! Hooray! Victorious, you worked well this month. +1 biology. Your skills increase when you work or go to school with extra skills if you win the challenge, and a kudos bonus if you make the highest scoring hand with your cards. Working also increases stress, which prevents you from working if it reaches 100. To relieve stress, take a month off to relax in the quarters wing. Man, that would be so awesome, just taking a month. Like, listen, you know what? I'm really stressed. I'm taking a month off. Like, peace out. That'd be really fun. Goodbye. Goodbye. Hasta luego. Okay, I got +5 biology, +1 reasoning, +15 stress, and -1 kudos. Done there. Done there. Your parents have been working from first dawn to well after dinner every day. You know, growing food is an important job, and it's vital to get crops in the ground right away, but there seems to be something more than that. It's such a change from growing up on the stratospheric when you saw them all the time. You stay up and wait for them at night before going to bed. Though you can tell they're exhausted, they make an effort to spend time with you. I'm sorry we haven't seen much of you, little gooseberry, your dad says. Your mom watches you as she works a pebble out of her gardening tiller, which also serves as a crutch. How have you been holding up? I learned some stuff in school. School is so boring. Of course I learned some stuff in school. I'm glad to hear that, your mom says. I want you to study hard, work hard, and stay out of trouble. Your dad smiles, and Professor Howell will give you kudos if you get good grades. You can spend those at the depot once it's open. Ooh. You know, says your dad, raising an eyebrow at your mom, I think there are a lot of different ways to learn, and school is just one of them. You can learn from working on a hobby or by helping a friend. Your mom shakes her head and sighs, though you can tell she's trying to put on a gentle expression. We both agree that this colony is an experiment, and that means we're going to do things differently than on Earth. You're old enough now to start making your own decisions about your education and future, and if that means you find your own way, we'll accept that. Your dad puts a hand on your shoulder. We'll be proud of you no matter what you do. Try talking to your friends. They may have ideas on how you can spend your time. And come by geoponics, your mom adds. We could use your help. Unlocked shoveling dirt in geoponics. Wonderful. Early quiet. Mid-quiet. Next month. Okay, well that's interesting. Let's see here. What's this? The living quarters. I am not relaxing for a whole month. I have stuff to do, and we're going to do it. Hey, there's Mars. Sharp whistle interrupts your thought. Hey, Tails, Mars calls out to you. Come here, I have a job for you. You walk over to Mars, who's sheltering from the snow under the ship's overhang. It's so gross here, she complains. This spark snow would ruin my good clothes. At least on the ship we had climate control. Tammy made me some soy sweets, but there's no way I'm going out there in all this weather. Since you like running around in it, could you fetch them for me? Okay. Good, Mars claps. She probably just down the hill near our quarters. She's scared to take more than a few steps from the door. All she wants to do is hide inside and make sweets. Listen, there's nothing wrong with people making sweets. Okay? Like, you couldn't have just walked over here? Tammy is staring obliviously at the sky, smiling to herself. She startles as you approach. Oh, hello, Tails, she says, putting her hand to her chest. Do you need something? I'm here for Mars's soy sweets. Tammy smiles at you. Oh, it's so nice of you to help out Mars. She's a very important person, you know. She hands you a box wrapped in a pink and yellow scarf. One order of mango soy sweets made fresh this morning, she says. Please tell Mars that she can have the scarf back, okay? She used some of her kudos to nanoprint it for me because it's so dusty here. But I think I'm getting used to it now. Tammy is so sweet. I love her hair. Tammy smiles again and tucks her hair behind her big elven ears. Mars is so cool, she says fondly. Sometimes she's kind of bossy, but I know she really cares too. Alright, let's go bring the stuff back to Mars. Hello, Mars. Mars puts her hand out expectantly. Give it here. Here it is. I ate them. I want half. Oh, I get cards. Okay, I don't need persuasion 5 or greater. I don't have persuasion 5 or greater. I ate them all. Need persuasion 10 or greater. What do I have? I assume I don't have anything. Oh, no, I do. I do have 10 out of 100. I want half. The audacity. She glares at you and you stare back defiantly. Okay, fine. She eventually relents with a small smile. You did fetch them and all. Yeah. You split the box of soy sweets with Mars and sit to eat some with her. They're great. Tammy's a good baker, Mars sighs, but I wish she wasn't so scared of everything here. Sure, the weather is gross, but it's not dangerous. Oh, right. Administrator Seek's looking for someone to do delivery jobs for the depot. She says, I don't want to do it because, like, you running around out there. No. Just go through there, she says, gesturing to the door behind her, and tell them I referred you. What? Fine. Command is a warren of long hallways with doors off to tiny, nondescript offices. Everyone you pass seems to be hurrying off to do something important. The end of one hallway opens into the supply depot, which works as both requisitions office and general store. Beyond it are cavernous warehouses stacked high with supplies from Earth, now being gradually unpacked and distributed. I don't think I can apply. Oh, okay. Okay. Apply to deliver supplies. Chief Administrator Seek greets you at the depot. They look you up and down. Tails, you've never struck me as particularly responsible or organized, but children never are. What makes you think you'd be a good fit for the position? You didn't realize there's going to be a job interview. Well, I can't choose I can carry a lot. I can choose I am organized. I can choose I'll work hard, or who cares, it's just delivering stuff. I'm going to go with, but I am organized. Cleaning your bedroom once in a while isn't the same thing. Rough. But lucky for you, you're the only applicant this week. You've got the job, for now anyway. They use their elegant stylus to note this on their hollow palm. Come back in a few minutes and you can help make deliveries. Yes, there will be kudos in it if you do it correctly. Wonderful. Can I come back now? Yes, deliver supplies. During your first week, it's mostly small things you can carry by hand or push on a little cart, stuff like tools and electronics. Some are high priority, which means you have to move fast. It's fun getting to yell, important delivery coming through, and people actually get out of the way. Hey, I went down in some stress. That's great. Okay, the goal is 12. Okay, what we're going to do is this. This. There we go. +1 for organizing. Oh, +4 from organizing, +1 perception, +4 kudos, +10 stress. Done. This week you had a few more bouts of deja vu, remembering what somebody is about to say or do just before they do it. Sometimes they actually do it, but not always. This morning you were sure Professor Howell was going to trip on the uneven floor in the cafeteria and spill his plate of hash browns. You even told Mars to watch. He didn't, though. As Professor Howell walked away, his hash browns safe for today, Mars called you a liar and a dummy. That's not very nice. I don't like that at all. At night, your dreams are all mixed up with the stuff that you know can't be real. You're chased by monsters the size of buildings, only to be saved by strange people you've never met. You're holding hands with someone you love. You're crying as you help lift a shrouded body into the colony recycler. Everything seems so familiar, but when you try to recall their faces when you wake up, they're smeared in your memory like wet paint. But what if those things haven't happened yet, but they will someday? Anytime you try to tell someone they think you're playing a trick or that you're sick and need to go to medbay, you eventually decide to stay quiet about your strange dreams. Why? You don't want people to worry, is my choice. Your parents have so much on their minds already. You have a feeling that something is happening at geoponics that they don't want you to know. You don't understand it, but when they come home at night, they look really sad. You don't want to make that worse. If you just keep going to classes and staying out of trouble, it'll be easier for everyone, yourself included. Next month. Well, guess what? I'm going to geoponics, yo. Oh, well, hello, my parents. I will talk to my mother. You find your mom hard at work setting up the greenhouses with a small construction crew. You've seen these plants pinned to the wall of your family's quarters for a year now. These geodesic domes will house the more delicate plants from Earth: spinach, tomatoes, maybe even fruit. She takes a swig from her canteen as you approach. Looking for something to do? Remember, you're responsible for your own schedule now that we've landed. You can decide how to spend your time so long as it's productive. She points to the engineering wing. Professor Hal's still expecting you at class, but a well-rounded education includes practical application. You're old enough to help with the work around here. I've got another minute. Anything you need to know? What are you doing in geoponics? She looks down, nudges at a sprout growing between her feet. It's green, the color of earth plants. We're doing our best, but it hasn't been easy. I just hope the potatoes and corn can handle the weather here. I hear it rains like hell in the wet season. You're growing fast, Tails, but you're still too young for real farming. Instead, well, there's a lot of soil that needs to be hauled. Okay, bye. We are going to shovel dirt as my thing for this month. Looks like you're working for your old lady. I hope you don't expect me to go easy on you just because you're my son. She walks you around the geoponics wing and points out where everything is. Your job is to move sod, compost, plants, garden waste, and equipment from one place to another. Get comfortable with this, she says, pushing a squeaky old-fashioned wheelbarrow towards you. Now, any questions before you start moving this dirt? Let's get to work. That's my boy, your mom says, slapping you on the back. You stumble a bit. Your arms start to ache after the first half hour of work, but you keep going. By the end of the month, you feel utterly drained and exhausted, and good somehow. You can feel your muscles growing. Alright, goal is 6. Ooh. Well. I am not going to succeed here. Oh, I am. Wonderful. Oh, I'm definitely going to have to relax next month. Okay, I have to walk my puppy. So let me switch over and I will be back as quickly as possible. Okay, I'm back. Dog has been walked successfully. So we are going to get back into the game and progress along next month. Okay, next month, let's see here. We need to rest. And reduce some stress. The ship's quarters are where everyone sleeps, eats, and hangs out. The private bedrooms are small. You share one with your parents, so colonists spend most of their time in the big common area. There's a lounge and a cafeteria and a creche where all the kids and babies are raised. I am relaxing in the lounge, because look at my stress. 97. The lounge is a long, well-lit hall along the outer hull of the ship's midsection. It's strewn with tables and cushions and serves as a communal living room for the tiny one-room spaces every family is assigned. You flop down into the lounge's big bean-bag pile with some of the other kids. Cal has a dazed, peaceful look on his face. The air smells so good on Vertumna, and so does the dirt even. You notice his clothes are filthy, but obviously Cal couldn't care less. Anemone bounces in. Holy crap, there's so much space to run around and play in. Com and Chief Rhett set up an outdoor sports ball court, and it's way huger than the old one on the ship. You think, Anemone? You think that it's a little bit bigger? I understand. Tangent carefully selects one cushion from the pile and perches on it. The school's expanding to some of the empty engineering bays, and we're getting a big new lab to do experiments using local resources. There's so much to learn about this planet. Anemone rolls her eyes, but Tang continues. We shouldn't forget our studies just because we've landed. Tang's right. School is important. School is play outside. I want to explore the jungle, and I miss space. I'm going to say Tang's right. School is important. Tammy nods in agreement. It's scary out there, she mumbles. I'm going to stay close to our quarters for now. Come on, Tammy. You've had less of the deja vu, dreams come to life feeling this week, and you're starting to think you'd even imagined it. But suddenly you get a prickling sensation in the back of your neck and remember that Mars is about to enter the lounge and tell everyone to look outside. You stare at the door. Mars walks through, as if on cue. OMG, everybody, look outside. They're hoisting a flag over command. You know what that means, right? Vertumna is officially humanity's first exocolony ever. You look out at the flag, feeling dizzy and silent. Mouth the words along to what she says next. You remember this moment so well. This is history, kids, she exclaims, and we were there. Relaxing. You took the month off. I am not stressed. Do you want to forget? No, I don't want to forget any of them. You wake from an afternoon nap. This is really trippy here. You squint into the pink-tinged light slanting through the windows. You must have fallen asleep in the lounge. Tammy's shadow falls across your nest of pillows. Oh, I'm sorry, Tails. I didn't mean to wake you up. It's just so nice outside, with pollen sparkling in the sunlight. I wanted to open the windows. You rub your eyes. You were having the weirdest dream. Since you're awake, you should visit the cafeteria. Auntie Sedent is making a new kind of candy. She says it's made of cotton. Isn't that weird? I have to go tidy up first. Then I'll meet you there. Save some for me, okay? I'm going to go get that free candy. Because Tammy's cool. And I want to help her out by getting some of that for her. In the cafeteria, Auntie Sedent is cheerfully handing out masses of pink candy, puffy and soft like clouds. Oh, Tails, here, try some of this. We used to have it on Earth. You pull off a piece and give it a taste. It's so sweet at first that your mouth puckers. You've never tasted anything so sweet and so real. It's not at all like the soy sweets that the kitchen nanoprinter can make. It melts in your mouth, leaving a gritty residue on your tongue. You wait until everyone is gone, but Tammy never shows up. You look down at the cotton candy in your hands. It's wilted a little from the humidity, but it's kind of like her hair, you think, pale pink and so soft. You keep some to give her later. You're relaxing in your family's quarters after dinner. Your mom had to run off on some kind of council business, so you and your dad are playing a holo game together. When you're just about ready to head off to bed, your mom returns. You can tell from the defeated slant of her shoulders that something has gone terribly wrong. Your dad starts to ask her what happened, but she waves him away and approaches you. She sits down and takes your hand, holding it between her two strong, dirt-creased ones. Tails, I'm so sorry to have to tell you this. There's an accident this afternoon. Please don't let Tammy be dead. No! No! Your classmate Tammy has died. No! That is unacceptable. I do not like that at all. No. I like Tammy. Tammy was like my second favorite. You try to understand her words. Tammy dead. That's not possible. You suddenly remember the cotton candy you were saving to give Tammy, pink and fluffy, just like her hair. You put your hand in your pocket to get it, but what comes out is a sticky, dark red lump of goo. You stare at it, your mind blank. Ask what happened. Tammy was killed by an electric shock from a broken holoprojector. It was just an accident. You press her for more, an explanation. A little girl is dead. Someone you'd grown up with, someone so much like you. She wasn't sick or anything. You just saw her this morning. She was right there. Why? Why did they kill Tammy? Your mom's eyes are so sad. Sometimes there's just no reason why. You aren't used to dealing with death and you don't know what you're supposed to say or do. You sort of mumble, okay, get changed and crawl into bed. You eventually drift off to fitful dreams of that small, sticky red lump of cotton candy. That's not cool. I'm not happy with Tammy dying. I guess I'm gonna just go to school. Where is school? Right here. Let's talk to Tang. She looks upset. It shouldn't have happened. What happened to Tammy? It shouldn't have been possible. There's no reason for that holoprojector to break. Professor Hal said it was recently serviced and nothing was wrong with it before. It just blew up for no reason. Nobody would have wanted to hurt her, so why? How? It doesn't add up. Okay. Who else is around here? Anybody? I don't want to really talk to. Cal is sitting in his mom's flower garden with his face in his hands. He's clearly been crying all morning. He and Tammy were really close. Whenever you guys used to play house, Tammy was always the mom and Cal was always the dad. Even though you were just little kids, you kind of always giggled about how obvious they were going to be together forever, like Princess and a Knight. I'm going to say I miss her too. Tammy always liked these flowers. Sometimes I pick some for her. Don't tell your mom, okay? Yeah. Mars is staring into space, looking somber. She doesn't even notice as you come up beside her and barely reacts when you say hello. I'm thinking about Tammy. She used to sit down the hill there in that spot in the sun. Every morning she'd just sit there for hours in the sun, doing nothing, just being happy. You stare down the hill to the spot. I miss her too. And now she's dead. How's that fair? Of all the people, how come it had to be my friend? You've never heard Mars call Tammy her friend before. But of course she was. Tammy was everyone's scared little sister, even though she is older than most of you. What's this? Oh, this is command. You know, I think I'm going to go to school today, or this month. We're going to study humanities today. Got it. +2 creativity, +1 persuasion, -1 from being in mourning, +1 friendship with tangent, +15 stress. The colony is going to hold a funeral for Tammy. Do you want to attend? Yes, I'll attend. Of course I'll attend. The colonists gather in the recycling room. Bringing organics down to be recycled here is one of your chores, but you've only come here for a funeral twice. Both times, a colonist had passed away from natural causes during the 20-year-long Earth journey. This is the first time there's been a funeral on Vertumna, and the first time for someone you actually knew. The mouth of the organics recycler has been polished, and a wreath of yellow flowers placed over the opening. Inside you see a shrouded figure, Tammy's small, fragile body. Tammy's dad, Uncle Tonin, is here, as well as your parents and antecedent and the rest of the council. Cal is here with his mom and her partners, already crying in their arms. The room is packed with people, and the feeling of grief is so thick you can taste it in your mouth. Governor Udicott stands before the assembled crowd. There are no words to ease the pain we feel today. There's only the sad company of those of us left behind to share the burden of that grief. Tammy was our child, one of the first humans to be born in space, and the first to die on an alien planet. In her short life, she exemplified the very arc of human accomplishment, bending hopefully towards life beyond our humble Earth. She is the first of us who can truly call Vertumna home. One moment, everybody. Her passing was as senseless as it was sudden. Losses like this are impossible to hold within oneself. A painful reminder that life is impossibly precious and fragile. But they also remind us, as always, that as a community we are capable of great strength. You hear Uncle Tonin sob over the hum of the particle disintegrators beginning their work. As a community, we remember Tammy. As a community, we return her body to the soil that nourishes us. In this way, Tammy, our child from the stars, will never truly be lost to us. The ceremony is adjourned, but a few people stay back to console Uncle Tonin as he keeps vigil over the recycler. Cal and Uncle Tonin hold each other and weep openly. Your mom stays behind to receive Tammy's remains. As the head of geoponics, she's responsible for adding them to the colony's precious supply of brown soil from the earth. Your dad accompanies you out of the recycling room. He clears his throat. I want you to know that you don't need to be okay. If you want to take the rest of the month off, everyone's going to understand. Now I'm going to go back to school. You feel better just having said goodbye. You didn't really know Tammy that well after all. It's sad that she's dead, but you have to move on. That... Okay, done. Next month. Let's go to command and see what you can do. Oh, nothing. We can't do anything. Let's talk to Tangent again. Okay, no Tangent today. Let's do errands again, I guess. View the notice board. Please wear your masks when out of doors during pollen season. We'll be hosting events. Okay. Now let's deliver supplies. Oh yeah. Winning again. No worries. I appreciate you stopping by. Thank you. And again, thanks for the follow. You know what? Let's go do the gardening. Oh, I found an egg. Wonder what I can do with that. Oh, people want to talk. Let's talk to Dad. Dust is such a dry, hot season. Both suns are high in the sky, baking the usually lush jungle. If there's a breeze, it's warm and you guessed it, dusty. Your parents are up every day before dawn, which comes far too early for your liking. They're usually gone by the time you wake up and home after you sleep, so you have to visit them at work if you want to see them. Have you come to see the harvest? Your mom and I are gathering crops from actual Vertumnan dirt this week. Sure, that sounds neat. He shows you around the rows of corn and beans from Earth. They all look a little yellow and scraggly, not what you'd expect. But your dad enthusiastically points out the vegetables ready to harvest. Don't forget, the Vertumnal Festival is coming up. There will be a talent show and a science fair. I'm sure you're eager to participate. Yeah, not really. I will shovel dirt. No, I still can't get the goal, it looks like. Oh yeah. I got it. I got the win yet again. It's time for Vertumnalia. Udicott and the council have called a festival to celebrate life here on the planet. Everyone gathers in the colony square to hear the governor's speech. In Earth's history, Vertumna was known as the god of seasons, change, gardens, and fruit. It's no coincidence that our forebears of the Vertumna Project chose to take on such an auspicious name in the hopes of seeding future bountiful seasons of humanity. We will continue this tradition of Vertumnalia, a midsummer festival to celebrate our Vertumna, this lush planet upon which we find ourselves today. The members of the council all get up on stage and give their own short speeches. Yeah, okay. When it's your mother's turn, she announces that tonight you'll be eating some of the very first crops grown from Vertumnan soil. Your eyes go to the feast table. Aboard the Stratosphere, it would have been mostly soy-based food from the nanoprinter, spiced up with what precious fruits and vegetables could be grown. This year, the earth plants look even less robust than usual, but they're supplemented by some Vertumnan plants you come to appreciate. Juicy watado pods and slabs of edible fungi. What is a festival without festivities? Professor Hal and Security Chief Rhett have organized a three-part competition for the kids. Good luck. I guess I'm going to do science fair. Because I'm definitely not going to do bot wrestling. Tangent competes, of course, entering her study of the ship's hydro recycling system. Is previously used to make urine drinkable, but she offers that it could now be turned to new uses. Despite how many times she says the word pee, it's still boring, but she put a lot of effort into it. Your turn to go next. The judges are all very interested in what you're bringing. A reasoning challenge, huh? Story challenges have 3 rounds instead of 1. After every round, you'll keep the cards you didn't play and unlock an extra slot to play them in. Losing isn't always a bad thing in story challenges. Okay. Okay. That's not the greatest, but sure. Okay. I'll go there, there, there. Okay. All right. I am defeated. My first time. Hey, Alto girl. Woo! Thank you for stopping by. Yeah, I am playing. I was a teenage exocolonist, and we just had our first festival, which I failed for my science lab experiment, but that's okay. But yes, welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm so happy that you are here. Tangent wins. She accepts her prize with grace, having expected nothing less. Your baking soda volcano was much less impressive than you imagined. It just kind of fizzes and you don't explain it very well. It's pretty clear your dad helped. Maybe next year. After the festivities are over, everyone takes time off for a much needed break. During the fierce heat of dust, a few days' rest is exactly what you need. You feel refreshed. Hey, that helps out with my stress. That's great. Mid dust. Next month. All right, what are we going to do this month? I think we're going to go to school. Let's talk to Tangent, though. Professor Howell wants us to prep a list of native flora with pictures. There should be a catalog on the Colony Holonet, but I can't find it anywhere. I say let's make our own list. Tangent is dubious, but agrees to try your idea. The two of you run around the colony yard taking picture of all the different vertumnum plants you can find and making up fake sciencey sounding names for them, like Wonkius, Shrubbius, and Purplius gracium. After an hour, you've categorized 51 different species. Tang doesn't think it's a very complete list or a very scientific method, but she figures you must have learned something. Wonderful. We are going to study life sciences again. This week in biology class, you're learning about predators and prey. Professor Hal brings up a picture of a hopeye on the holoprojector and asks, who can tell me what special thing hopeyes do when they see a predator? Tang's hand shoots up. They hop away very quickly. That's why we call it a hopeye. Sure. That's true, but not what I was getting at. Tang stammers and looks upset, like she can't believe she got something wrong. Hal scans the class again. Anyone? Tails? They fly away? You stammer after being put on the spot and say the first thing that comes to mind. That might work, but hop eyes don't have wings. He gestures to the picture of one right in front of you on the holo projector. You feel pretty dumb. They thump their feet to warn other hop eyes in the area. Then they hop away very quickly. You look over to see Tang smirking at you, but you both got it wrong, but she still thinks she's better than you. That is okay. Studying life sciences. I am going to fail this one. Ah, bummer. Okay, let's see here. Nope. Oh, I can't do anything with it. Okay, let's see here. I've got that. There's nothing really else I can do to reverse it, right? 4, 8, 6, 6. Huh. Thought I had an 8 one. Hold on, let's see here. 0, 0, 0, 7, 8. No, that's the best I can do. Defeated. Womp womp womp. It is now late dust. Let's see if anybody's around here. Anemone, what's up with you? Anemone is bouncing a sports ball with her wrists, trying to keep it up in the air. Heads up, she shouts and bumps the ball in your direction. Think fast. Bounce it back. You bounce the ball back and forth with her, trying to see how many times you can rally and keep it going. Anemone tells you about the new sports ball court, a proper regulation-sized court, way bigger than the little one on the Stratospheric. Her brother Calm is coaching the junior sports ball team this year. They have a junior sports ball team? Really? Come on now. He's so great. He's good at everything, especially spiking. He's coaching me to play awesome like him. You should come join us. Unlock sports ball in the garrison. Yeah, I'm not really keen to do some sports ball right now. Let's see if I can leave. You step cautiously through the colony gates. Tails? Uncle Tonnen says, I'm sorry, but you shouldn't be out here. Our children are so young and so precious, so fragile. Please stay near the ship. I need 20 tough. Okay, view the map. Okay. I don't really want to know about any of this right now since I can't do anything. Okay. What you got to say, Cal? Hi, Tails. Real ground is way harder to hover on than ship floors. There are bumps everywhere. Yeah, we all have to adapt. Yeah, things are actually way, way better planet side. Hovering outside is rad. Look at this. He runs over to a small depression in a nearby hill and presents it like it's something amazing. Look at this. It's a skate bowl. I'm going to say, cool. Can I try? Sure, but please be careful. My mom says if I break my hoverboard, we can't make another one. You take turns riding around the bowl, trying to get up enough speed going down one side to come back up the other. You don't land any tricks. It's hard just staying on the board with this uneven ground, but it's still fun. Okay, I think I'm going to do some deliveries today after I talk to Mars. You know, Tails, you're all right, Mars says. As you approach, you blink at her, trying to figure out what she means. You're all right. You actually have good taste, unlike all these other nullheads. Ever since we landed, it's been help with this Mars, and don't waste resources on that Mars. It's boring. At least you understand the importance of sophistication. You shoot the breeze with Mars a bit longer. At some point, Diz skulks out of the living quarters and has to pass by you both, clearly trying to not draw your attention. Ugh, where is he going now? Mars mutters. Try not to get eaten by aliens, she calls out to Diz. If you die out there, they can't use your body for fertilizer. Don't be a waste. Shut up, Mars. This is cool. You say it loud enough for Dis to hear. He looks at you with wide eyes before scurrying towards the walls. Huh. No accounting for taste. She seems to respect that you challenged her. Maybe you can get through to him. I've tried, but he doesn't care about contributing to the colony or being popular or eating kudos or anything important. I'm just going to leave. And I'm going to do some deliveries. Neat. So nostalgic. Yes. Governor Udicott is quite sentimental when it comes to these things. She even signed each notice by hand. I myself had traded in my hollow palm stylus for a pen. Well, that's wonderful. You're to deliver a stack of these reports to every council member in the colony. Seek asks you not to read them, but says just boring adult stuff. You clutch the papers to your chest and nod. First stop is engineering. Paper? The governor's sending messages by paper now? Is this a joke? Tell me this is a joke. And there's sensitive information in here of all the superfluous, technophobic, sentimental foolishness. You step back, quietly away. Next stop, the cafeteria. Paper, what a strange idea. And oh, look, Governor Udicott even signed them. What marvelous handwriting they have. I wonder what I'm supposed to do with this once I'm finished reading it. Throw it in a disassembler? It seems far too precious for that. Will I need to get a filing cabinet in here? I wonder. I suppose I can recycle it for craft time. Okay. Tannen meets me outside the expedition's office. Sorry, Tails, could you just put them down on that bench? I'll take them in a minute. The governor's sending paper memos now? Is she really that old? What's that next? Toilet paper? The moment you put down the documents, a gust of wind picks them up and they fly everywhere. You snatch for them, but accidentally drop the rest of the stack you're holding. Scramble to pick them all up. You shove the papers back together haphazardly, embarrassed at your clumsiness. Refrain from sneaking peeks. You dutifully deliver the remaining reports to Chief Rhett and your mom, who both seem confused they weren't sent via the holonet. You're a good boy and a good delivery person. You feel proud and important for delivering all the messages just like you were told. Goal is 11. Wonderful. Okay. We're going to do this. This. Hold on to that card. Because I'm smart like that. Alright, late dust. Oh, it's early wet. Oh, gross. Okay. I'm okay with that. Let's see what's up with this. It's pouring rain and everyone's trying to stay dry under the grass-roofed palapus except Dis. He's definitely skulking him. Oh man, I can't follow him. Okay. You tell Security Chief Rest that you saw Dis up to no good around behind the garrison. He's too distracted trying to put buckets under various leaks. Thank you, Tails. I'll check it out. If there's a danger to the colony, one of the lookouts will catch it. He's very good at hiding when he wants to, huh? Nope, you don't got anything. Anyone else? Tangent's got something. Tails, we need to discuss my brother. Who? Dis? Yes, Dis. I need you to figure out where he's been disappearing. Ever since we landed, I barely see him anymore. He doesn't even come home at night sometimes, and well, I'm not on very good terms with my brother of late, but people are becoming worried. You get the feeling Tang is the one worried, but she doesn't want to admit it. I'll talk to him. He probably won't tell you. Newton's apple, she swears. He won't even talk to me anymore. You may have to follow him. I would, but everyone in the lab would know I was gone. No one cares where he goes during the day. Well, what you got to say, Anemone? No, leave. I want to talk to Anemone. There we go. Talk. Does the air here make you feel hungry all the time, or is it just me? I feel like I could eat a whole one of them mushroom trees. Here, I got something for you. I have no collectibles. Okay, well, I don't got anything. Wonderful. I don't have anything for you. You tell Dis that his sister Tangent wants to know where he's been disappearing off to. His eyes flip briefly to yours. Then he stares vaguely off towards the engineering wing where his sister is reading on her hollow palm between classes. He doesn't say anything. I don't have friendship with Dis that high. She's worried about you. She doesn't care about me. Tangent's just worried she'll get in trouble if I don't come home one day. She doesn't care about anything but her schoolwork. Okay, well, let's see if she's got anything to say up here. Nope, okay. Let's go to school. I want to register for engineering class. If biology and chemistry are the wet sciences, then engineering must be a dry one. This class definitely won't be dry. We'll also be learning math, physics, computing, robotics, architecture, and astronomy. Will we also learn about nuclear engineering? Dang, why are you doing that? Yes, at a beginner level, we'll have an overview of an atomic theory and take a field trip to the engine rooms to learn how our ship's nuclear reactor works to power the colony. Studying engineering. All right. +3 engineering. +2 reasoning. +15 stress. -1 kudos. You're having a terrifying, familiar dream. A monster crashing through the walls, unfathomably large, every part of it wriggling and moving and searching for something, and tramples through the colony as you watch helplessly. Time shifts to the wreckage of your home. You're picking through it looking for something, tears streaking down your dust-covered face as you lift heavy pieces of debris searching. You wake up shouting no, but your voice is drowned out by a deafening rumble from the skies outside. The bedroom window is covered in water? It's pouring down from the clouds. You guess this must be rain, but you've never experienced it before. There's a bright flash from outside, then another crack and rumble. Thunder. It must be a thunderstorm. Thunder, 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 cats. It's still the early hours of the morning. You've already almost forgotten your bad dream, but you're too unsettled to go back to sleep yet. The rain beats down on the roof of your quarters, joined now and then with great peals of thunder like the footsteps of an angry beast. Hide under the covers, run outside and play in the rain, go to your parents for cover. Run outside and play in the rain. It's surprisingly... Oh, what's that? Rebellion. Okay. Surprisingly warm outside and the water feels nice hitting your head. Everything smells fresh and damp and wonderful, and the dusty, packed ground has turned to squelchy mud between your toes. You don't go too far from the door to your quarters, but it's exciting being outside in the dark, watching dramatic streaks of lightning arc down the hills behind the colony. What is this, mid-wet? Yes, it is mid-wet. Okay, let's see if we can figure out anything. Let's talk to this. Oh, you found me. This is adjusting better. I don't have bravery. Is it expected better in life? I already found a new place to hide. Whatever he does. Does this interest you? I got nothing. Okay. I got nothing. Let's keep looking. Nope. Keep looking around. Maybe we'll find a collectible. don't see anything. My stress is at what, 65? We're fine. Let's go practice in here. Anemone meets you on the court. She's bouncing from one leg to another. My brother, Calm, is organizing the youth team, she tells you. Kombucha offers you a high five and greeting, then tosses a sports ball to your way. Let's start with a practice game to see what you're good at. You and Anemone are team captains. Pick your team. Calm will fill in to even up the sides, but he promises to go easy on the other side. Choose Cal, Mars, or Kombucha. I'm going to choose... I guess I'm going to choose Mars. I'll play Spiker. Mars runs to take position. Seems like she's in it for the glory. Hopefully she'll want to share some of that with the rest of the team. Anemone chooses Kombucha, of course. They bump fists. Your next choice? Cal. Mind if I play goalie? He asks. Sports ball is fun, but it means to score against the other team. But it feels mean to score against the other team. You face off 3-on-3. Start the game. Toughness challenge. Okay, well. Zero, one, one, one. Oh, you know what? Okay, let's do that. The goal is 4. Oh, good. I'll do that then. Woo! 1 error. Done. Cal makes an amazing jump save, but is winded when the ball hits him in the chest. The score is tied, with Anemone and Calm putting the pressure on. Then blam, you score the match point with a rad spike all the way from the net line. +1 bravery. +2 bravery. Hey, good. I got some bravery. +1 toughness. +10 stress. +1 friendship to Anemone. Alright, let us go help my parents. Up. You're looking for Cal in the garden when you nearly trip over someone else, one of the younger kids, and they're blindfolded. Hey, they exclaim, ripping the blindfold off their face and throwing it at the ground. It's Cirrus, one of Anemone's brothers. He glares at you. I was almost done. Cal jogs over and grabs Cirrus in a friendly headlock, and ruffling his messy red hair. Dude, you were so close. Cirrus stamps his feet and complains that you got in the way. It's not his fault. He didn't know we were playing a game. Give me a sec. I want to teach him how to play. Cal turns to you as Cirrus leaves. Sorry, Tails. I was teaching Cirrus a new game, but he's more like Anemone than I thought. Real competitive. I've been trying to come up with different kinds of games other than sports ball. No winners or losers. I just want to have fun with my friends. Do you want to learn how to play? Yes. Let's learn how to play. Cal smiles. Cal's smile looks like it's going to stretch right off his face. Radical. Okay, so first, put on this blindfold. The blindfold is a little scratchy and smells like dirt. I'm going to spin you around, and when I let go, you got to listen to my instructions. We're going to walk all the way to the cafeteria. 1, 2, 3. First, you got to walk forward 10 steps. Do you follow Cal's instructions as best you can or make things difficult? Do your best. Now turn to your right and take 15 steps until you get to the door. I forgot how much bigger I am than you. You're like 2 more steps away. You take 2 more steps until your outstretched hands land on the warm metal of the door. Awesome. Now hit the door button on the right and then keep walking forward until I say stop. Go really slowly, okay? You open the door and start to walk forward. The path slopes downwards and your feet slip a little bit, even though you're moving as slowly as you can. Real dirt is nothing like the metal floor of the stratospheric. It's turbo rocky here. Just keep going forward slightly. Oh, I don't have empathy of 20? I guess not. You try to do as you're told, but after a few steps, your foot knocks against the sprawling root and you fall forward, catching yourself on your hands and knees. Ouch. You tear off the blindfold, a sudden rush of tears flooding your eyes. Cal's beside you in an instant, kneeling on the rocks. Are you okay? You look down at yourself. Your knees and hands are pretty scraped up and your pride is bruised, but other than that, you're okay. Sorry, Tails. I'll be a better helper next time. He asks if you want to get some Watado juice at the cafeteria. You spend the rest of the afternoon brainstorming more games where there are no winners or losers. Okay, well that was fun. Let's dig in the dirt. You join Cal, particularly. He's trying to use his hoverboard as a wheelbarrow, carefully pushing compost off it. Don't you just love this? Dirt. I guess it's okay. No, I mean this. He waves his arm, dirt and crust up to his elbows to take in the entire greenhouse. We get to help plant stuff and watch it grow. Even if we're just moving our dirt around, we're still helping. Why do you like it so much? Well, I like digging holes in the dirt because it's so full of surprises down there. I found a worm. Wait, let me see if I can find her again. I guess she got away. She's really shiny like a rainbow. Wait, I just thought of a thing I like better. Getting dirt under my fingernails. I don't know why, but it's the best. Okay, weirdo. Alright, let's shovel some dirt. Let's see here. The goal is 13. Winner. The days have been getting shorter, with only the yellow sun barely skimming the horizon. One morning, you wake in the darkness and have to check your holopalm to know what time it is. You see a holo stream from Mars. Good morning to all my pals, if you can even call it morning. They've named it glow season because like everything is crazy glowing out there in the dark. I'm staying the heck inside for the next month. What's the point of even going out if you can't see anything? It's going to be a long, boring month. No way, it looks cool out there. You peek out the window. The wormhole is the biggest you've ever seen, like a massive fiery ring in the sky. And out in the jungle, something new is taking place. The plants are flowering, glowing iridescent blooms, and everything is full of life. There are strange new sounds, long hooting calls and gurgling roars. After Mars's message is a notice from the council warning everyone to stay inside. Tammy's dad and the other surveyors have been called back and the gates closed for a month. There's a tension in the air as if everyone is waiting for something. I love this art style. I really am enjoying the art style of the game. And the game itself is just really nice. It's a lot of reading, though. I wasn't expecting this much reading. So, that's okay, though. All right. If this is early glow, I'm going to just... Yep. Glow season. I got to crash to get my... Oh, hold on. What's his name is not here. Where... I wonder if he's inside. Let's take a look around real quick. Okay, gates closed. Nobody's out. Oh, there he is. Let's talk to him. Okay. Feels different. Don't know, just different. You ask him what he means, but he shakes his head and stuffs his hand in his pockets. Okay, well, that was no help. You will need a break soon. Yes, I know. I'm going to break right now. Relax in the lounge. You nestle in the cushions, close your eyes, and listen to the music. You have an archive of over 100 years of music to choose from, but still, you wonder what new songs they're writing these days, 10 million light years away on Earth. The only new music you've heard is when the adults have come up with a new space shanty. It's nice, good music for harmonizing with your friends as you work, but it's not really something you want in your ears all the time. Okay, done. Relaxing. You took the month off. Do you want to I want to forget crawling. It's daytime when the emergency sirens start up. Well, what passes for day is still nearly pitch black except for an eerie green twilight glow on the horizon. You look towards the gates. They're open. Wait. They shouldn't be open. The alert blares, oh gosh, out of every speaker in the colony. It's the same one you use for hull breaches and fires, and in space it meant you're supposed to go to the nearest emergency shaft and put on a spacesuit. On Vertumna, it means to go to an assembly point and wait for instructions. The closest assembly point... Oh man, I don't have a bravery of 5. What do I have a bravery of? Where's my bravery? Like what? A 1, 2. Gunfire. Is the colony under attack? Hide in the creche. You find Dis in the creche and join him hiding under the arts and crafts table. Lights are dim. You scared? He asks quietly. I'm going to nod silently. I thought I would be, but I'm not. I'm not scared of stuff like this. You can't help but glance at the holoprojector on the wall, the one that electrocuted your classmate Tammy earlier this year. The glowing bear looms over the room and for a moment looks more like a monster than a toy. You grew up here. Feels weird to be hiding here, like you're just little kids again. You hear more gunfire and yelling, but within half an hour they play the all-clear tone. Chief Surveyor Tonin comes in to let you know it's all safe now as the lights come back on. You glance at the hologram teddy bear. Tonin was Tammy's dad. How can he be sure it's safe? How can he be sure anything is safe? You're relieved when your parents arrive with an ashen-faced Cal. They won't talk about what happened at Geoponics. After 2 weeks of darkness, with the blue sun barely skimming the horizon, it begins to move higher in the sky and daytime returns. The council admits they don't know how the gates were opened or how the creatures got in. Some of the attacking creatures were once thought to be docile. Others were species nobody had seen before. It was like something had driven them to assault the colony. At least nobody was killed this time. Early quiet. Childhood is fleeting. The game will end when you reach age 20, so you should focus on a few skills to improve and friends to spend time with. Use the skills and friends button at the top left of the screen to keep track of them. Good luck. Okay. It's so boring here. I was just watching holovids all day and all night. Why would I bother sleeping? It's not like I need to save my energy for anything. I wish I were in a holovid, then maybe something interesting would happen. I don't have anything cool for you. Looking up. Okay, well, at least Tangent has a thing to talk about. Walking a construction crew building scaffolding for the new engineering pavilion. They're using mushwood, which is so light that one person can easily lift a 10-meter long pole and stack it into place. Human beings are so great, don't you think? Before we landed, this was all just dirty jungle. Now it's civilization. I've been learning about adaptability in writing in biology class. The books say it's what sets us apart from the animals. Like, we don't need fur because we can make warm clothes. And if it's too hot, we can make air conditioners instead. Maybe the animals have neat adaptations. Maybe, but even they do, I haven't seen any sign of intelligent life here. It's just those big dumb xenofauna. Some animals here are smart and friendly. They're still animals, Tails. Maybe they're just pretending to be nice so you'll feed them. You're lucky it didn't eat you. Dorbsmith look cute, but one can eat through a bag of rice in less than 30 minutes. Even an herbivore can be dangerous here. It doesn't have to want to eat you to be able to hurt you. I'd like to see an alien do that. Humans look defenseless and weak, but we're the strongest species in the galaxy. Okay, no. Who else can literally bend reality to their will? Not a stupid alien, that's for sure. I'm living proof that humanity is greater than our biology. All of us are really, with our genetic enhancements. We're the next step in humanity's evolution from great ape to galactic super species. That's bold of you. Let's go ahead and get some more bravery. You run into Cal and Anemone on the hill behind the garrison at a small construction site. They seem to be throwing logs. It's a caber toss. She throws it like a javelin down the hill and sprints after it. My best record. Your turn next, Cal says, pointing to a neatly stacked pile of construction poles beside you. From the looks of the nearby construction, they're probably destined to be a new lookout tower. Well, I'm going to choose an average one. Tails has made a fine pole selection and has lifted it onto his shoulder. Next, he'll approach the sprinting line and begin his run, tossing the caber before he reaches the throwing line. Oh, good gracious. 35. Holy guacamole. Okay, the goal is 6. All right, let's win. As you get older, challenges can have conditions. The challenge suit, social, mental, or physical, determines what conditions can appear and which decks will work best. Try to collect social yellow cards if you want to win battles for social skills, empathy, persuasion, creativity, bravery. The pole sails down the hill past all the other poles, coming to the rest sticking out of the ground. Wow, you beat my best distance, Anemone says when she jogs back up. Players can't beat each other in mushwood toss, Cal corrects her. They can only beat their own high scores, but you get 2, no 3 bonus points if it sticks out of the ground like that. You play for the rest of the afternoon, adding rules and variations as you go. You don't stop until the entire stack of poles are in a jumble at the bottom of the hill. So wonder you got away with this. Get to work. Good job. I'll take some bravery, please. So much has happened in the last month since the monster attack during Glow. The idea of this planet as a peaceful utopia has been shattered. The security squads are training new members and keeping close watch on the gates now. They're reinforcing the walls and even installing a few robotic turrets. In class, you have drills on what to do if the colony is attacked again. In all the excitement, you forgot today was your birthday. Your parents haven't forgotten. They wake you up early with enthusiastic shouts of, "Surprise!" A Vertumnan year is only a little longer than a year on Earth, so you've taken up its calendar for birthdays. Yours is in the second month of quiet. Spark snow drifts slowly past your porthole window as you snuggle with your dad. Your mom climbs up too and sits on the edge of your bed. Your dad pulls a bowl of fruit from behind his back with a flourish, like a magic trick. At least you think it's fruit. What are those? Bobber fruit. Your dad grins. The foragers have been picking these just outside the walls. They might look funny, but they're tasty. Try one. +1 to a card, change suit to brain. You take a cautious bite. The pulp is soft and tastes a bit like lemon, only more blue. I bet you can't wait to join the surveyors out there, your dad says wistfully. Who knows what else you'll find? Tails is not allowed outside the gates. It's too dangerous for kids. Well, I know, but eventually. But not now, your mom replies. Not since the attack. Not with everything we know is out there now. You knew about the monsters. Admit it. Your parents exchange a heavy look. The surveyors knew there was something dangerous out there we hadn't encountered yet, but we didn't know it would attack the colony. We thought if we closed the gates and stayed inside, it wouldn't see us as a threat. We didn't want to scare everyone. It was just a precaution. Even still, it's clear that everyone should know how to defend themselves if it happens again. To be clear, this includes knowing when to run away. Security Chief Rhett's offering self-defense lessons at the garrison, even for kids. If you're interested, you should drop in sometime. Absolutely. And I've heard stories of kids sneaking outside the wall. If I catch you doing that, I'm going to put a chip in your ear. What, me? Never. Yeah, you better never. Wonderful. Mid-quiet. Defense training. You attend your first session of Security Chief Rhett's self-defense classes. It's a small class, mostly security officers and other adults. You and Anemone are the only kids. She gives you a wink and a cheesy thumbs up as you listen to Rhett rant about how everyone in the colony needs to learn self-defense. You could be walking along thinking you're safe within the walls, and then a flying animal could swoop out of the sky. Then what would you do? I'll tell you what you're going to do. You're going to chop that beast right in the throat. Hi-ya! But only if you learn what I'm going to teach you. And the only way to learn is by doing. Who wants to volunteer? Step forward. The security chief doesn't scare you, or so you pretend. Rhett is the biggest adult you know, and he's so intense. Okay, I'm a manticore stalking you through the forest. What do you do? I run away. There's a smattering of laughter among the other students, but you have to live your truth. If you see a manticore, you're out. That's correct. Only engage with the enemy when there's no other alternative. No one walks away from a fight without getting hurt. So the first rule of self-defense is not put yourself in situations where you need to fight. Once you've learned situational awareness, we'll move on to hand-to-hand self-defense drawing on a variety of martial arts. Only when I'm confident that you're ready will we advance to weapons. Yeah. Okay. Win. All right. Done. Late quiet. Let's see. Anybody worth talking to? My daddy. Oh. Okay. What's up with you, Dad? You're looking a little worn out, my little firefly. Despite what your mom might say, there is such a thing as too much work. Maybe some R&R in the lounge would help recharge those solar cells. What do you say? Maybe I just need a hug. Your dad throws his arms wide. Well, get in here, Tiger Butter. What is up with these names? After a long hug, you do feel a little bit better. Your dad gives incredible hugs. Well, guess what? I'm going to do work in here. Yes. Deliver supplies. It's been a while, but it's time to attend a meeting of the Secret Fun Times Club. Mars started the SFC years ago when you were little kids. Tangent and Tammy agreed to join at the time, but then you all got busy with other things and forgot about it. And then Tammy died. You meet in an unused conference room in command, which Mars says is perfect for a secret club. Club President Mars brings the meeting to order. Tang, Vice President of Writing Down Secrets, records the meeting notes on her holopalm. As Vice President of Fun Ideas, it was your job to come up with something for the club to do today. You chose making friendship bracelets and brought all the supplies you'll need. Today, we're going to make friendship bracelets, and I have an even better idea. We're going to sell them to the people for kudos. That isn't really how kudos are supposed to be used, but Mars is hard to argue with sometimes. The three of you spend the afternoon braiding bracelets out of recycled bits of wire and bright plastic packing straps. Your hearts aren't really in it, though. All three of you know that Tammy would have been much better at this than you. Making friendship bracelets was one of her favorite things. She always was giving them to people and didn't expect anything in return. It's eventually Mars who calls the meeting early. She takes all your misshapen bracelets and looks at them dubiously. I don't know if people will want to trade their kudos for these, but I'll do my best. I'll put the kudos in the club treasury. Meeting adjourned. You ask Tangent if she thinks Mars is actually going to sell them. I think so, but the club doesn't even have a treasury. She'll probably just keep the kudos for herself. She doesn't seem to care. Getting to work. Let's deliver some supplies. Okay, the goal is 14, huh? Well, I'm a winner. Looks like this month coming up, I will have to rest in the thing. Right, 80 out of 100. I think I might be able to push myself. Pollen, let's do this. Nope. Still don't have anything. Hey, 15 stress, 15 stress, 15 stress. Creativity and persuasion. Engineering reason. Biology reasoning. Let's do engineering again. Hi, kids. The ship's onboard intelligence Congruence glides into the room on her ceiling track, and the class cheers. Congruence is so cool. She's like a person, but also a machine. She knows a lot of jokes and can tell you anything about space. She never gets bored or frustrated by your questions. You all know me, but I'll bet some of you have questions about how I work. What do you want to know? What's your job? Well, right now, part of me is showing animal videos to children in the creche, but a part of me is here teaching you. But most of me is monitoring the engines which give us power and the life support systems that make it comfortable in here. How do you know so many things? My brain is big. It's just enormous, really. Much bigger than this little monitor you see here. And it's connected to the ship's holonet, so anything you can look up on your holopalms, I just know. I'm not going to ask about eating or pooping. But Hal has modded me to be far more than that. Now I can even tell jokes. Why did the computer cross the road? I don't know why. Yeah. Binary. Get to work. We need a goal of 15, huh? Do I need? No, okay, I do need that one. Win! Okay, this month I definitely have to chill out and relax. Alright, anybody worth talking to? Let's see here. Nope. Relax in the lounge. It's nice to take some time off and chill after all the stress, not to mention the mental toll of just living. Looks like you're not the only one. Approach Mars and Dis. Okay, but maybe you do stink, you hear Mars defend herself. It's not my fault that you can't tell. Maybe your nose stopped working, but the rest of us can smell it. And he smells awful, right, Tails? Stop being so mean, Mars. Ooh, snap. You stand toe-to-toe with Mars. She glares at you, then at Dis. Fine, she says defeated. I'm sorry, Dis. I'm just trying to help. But I should have said it in a nicer way. Not everyone in life is going to tell you the truth, you know. You're finishing breakfast in the common area when Marzipan struts in. Look at you eating cereal. I bet you don't even know what day today is. Your birthday? No, you dummy. My birthday is in the first month of wet season. You better remember that. Today is St. Valentine's Day. Diz and Cal wander over to hear more. Back on Earth, it was a day when everybody had to give their best friend a gift, especially sweets. And then you put the sweets under your pillow and it makes you dream about who you're going to marry. And there are decorations of hearts and arrows and pigs. Pigs? We don't even have pigs here. Before Mars can answer, Diz snorts, this is dumb. Marzipan just made it up to get free candy. He rolls his eyes and walks away. As he leaves, Mars shouts at his back, well, nobody was going to pick you anyway. You stink. Valentine's Day sounds like fun. I know who my best friend will be. I think it's dumb, too. Sounds like fun. Cal nods, clapping his hands excitedly. I'm going to tell all the other kids about it, so you go around and find your best friend and give them a gift. Make sure you do it by the end of the day or it doesn't count. And if too many people want to be my best friend to hold tryouts for the position, it's only fair. Well, Tammy's my best friend. You meet your dad adjusting a watering pot in your mom's flower garden. He's having a sneezing fit, his eyes runny and red. You're alarmed. You've never seen him look sick before. People were hardly ever ill on the stratospheric, except sometimes when the zero-G rooms made them queasy. Not to worry, my little beanstalk, I'll be fine. It's just this pollen making my head a little stuffy. On Earth, we used to call this hay fever. Even though it had nothing to do with hay, the native flowers seem to be in full bloom this time of year and they smell fantastic. Sniff the flowers. They do smell good and they look harmless. Hey Tails, I know the last few weeks have been very hard for you. This might be a good time to relax and stick around in the quarters wing. Yeah, I don't have time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Tangent is waving her hands vigorously in the air. She's playing a study game on her hollow palm where you have to match falling numbers and correct equations. She barely notices you come up. Logically, we should be friends. Hey, want to be best friends? On second thought. Okay, let's keep thinking. Man, I like Tangent better. Logically, we should be friends. You lay out the reasoning, strength in numbers, deal-making as the foundation for human society, and so on. Tang pauses the game and her eyes focus on you. Best friends? That sounds so childish, but I suppose us smart kids should stick together, and I'll make Mars stop asking me if I've chosen a best friend yet. She goes back to her game. I accept your proposal. Okay. Dis is sitting in the grass near the big gates that lead out to the jungle. He's just staring out into nothingness and picking absent-mindedly at the weeds. He pretends not to notice as you approach. Sit down with him. He shifts uncomfortably as you sit but doesn't say anything. You both just hang out, saying and doing nothing. You stare out at the big gates. The grass in the colony is trimmed short by garden bots, but out there it's wild and as high as your waist. Head Surveyor Tana is prepping his equipment for an outing. He's bringing a lot. Maybe he's going to stay out overnight. You're starting to wonder if Dis will ever acknowledge you when he says, I've got to go. This is a good spot. I'll probably come back here tomorrow. Let's see here. Defense training. Calm is in the training dojo trying out a stun glove. He leaps back slightly as electricity crackles from his fingertips, then straightens up and displays his fingers experimentally. Streak of lightning arcs from his hand, charging a light bulb above the target to show a successful hit. Wow, that looks really dangerous. But I think it only stuns things because it's called a stun gloves. Otherwise, they would call it a kill glove, I guess. I want to have a stun glove too, she says, copying her brother's motion of displaying her fingers like she's casting a spell. But my mom, she doesn't like fighting. She doesn't want me to be a soldier. Why not? But she lets her brother do it. Who cares what moms think? Why not? I don't know. Is it because I'm too young? Calm was training with Rhett when he was my age, but my mom, I don't think she likes that. I think because I'm her only daughter, she's hoping I'd be more like Tammy. I don't want to be no one's mom. You sit and watch Calm light up one target after another with the stun glove. His motions gaining confidence in this new tool. Defense training. Ooh, this is really bad. Ugh. Okay. There we go. I will win. Okay, I think I'm going to be able to do one more month. And then I will have to wrap it up for today. Let's see if I can find... didn't find anything that you might like, yo. I wonder if Mars is mad at me. Seems like nobody picked her. Oh, snap. You chose Tang over me? She doesn't even like people. What are you going to do? Be study buddies? Boring. Whatever. I'm just too mature for my kids my age. The older kids get me, even if you don't. Oh, that's rough. Okay, let us... Well, guess let's do work again. Deliver supplies. Goal is 13, huh? All right. It's time once more for Vertumnalia. The mood of the colony has been muted this year, ever since the attack. Though everything is still cheerfully decorated and the feast table is still heavy with food, mostly soy rations, this Vertumnalia just feels different in a way you can't describe. The colonists gather in the square for the governor's speech. What a year Vertumna has given us. I stand before you so proud of everything the colony has accomplished in a short amount of time. I've always hoped that we'd bring with us the best facets of humanity. Cooperation, resilience, and creativity, and the events of this year have given me no reason to doubt my convictions. These creatures were unexpected, but I've urged everyone to consider what it means for life here. If Vertumna can sustain megafauna, that means conditions are good for us as well. Our friends in geoponics are already working on the logistics of domesticating the wildlife. Your dad, a second cultivator, stands and gives a sheepish wave to the crowd. Hey, did you hear? My dad says Udicot's going to announce the depot's open to the public. You know, shopping, somewhere to spend all the kudos we've been saving up. There's going to be candy and toys and makeup and nice-smelling soap, not the boring kind in the communal showers. My dad's given me an allowance. It's too bad your parents make you work for yours. You and Mars turn back to the speeches. Blah, blah, blah. Finally, the council remains unchanged from last year. We are, as always, proud to serve you and the colony as your government. Thank you all for your hard work and your perseverance. This year, together, we build the future. Let's see here. Toughness greater than 10. I have 18 or science fair. Well, let's do the bot wrestling. Anemone and Cal join you for bot wrestling biathlon. So called because Com has added a hologram obstacle course this year. Competitors will each get a turn to wrestle a hydraulic bot, trying to keep it closed for as long as possible. This time, though, all competitors will first have to sprint across the festival grounds, dodging and leaping over obstacles. Each obstacle triggered will subtract from your time. 5 kudos. Well. Okay. Well. That's the best I can do. All right. Defeated yet again. You really weren't prepared for these obstacles. In the end, even Cal has a better time than you. Not that he cares, of course, he just wanted to have fun. Helps you dust yourself off after the bot throws you to the dirt. Anemone wins by a large margin. She does a victory dance on top of the bot, cheering until Calm grabs her around the waist and carries her around the shoulders. Oh, I clicked through. You end up on top of the western wall with Dis launching water-filled poof shrooms down on unsuspecting Anemone in the sports ball court below. The walls seem like a neat place to hang out and relax. Much quieter than the lounge if you're looking for some solitude. Unlocked Relax on the walls in the garrison. Awesome. Let's see what she's got to say. Anything? Oh, right. Shop. Let's see about shopping. Visit the supply depot. Cake? Oh, dang. I don't have enough kudos. Holy guacamole. What's up, Anemone? So then I trapped it in my room. Its wings were as big as my hand, and it had feelers like, whoa, it was bouncing all over the place, like boing, boing, boing. The bugs here are so big, and they're everywhere. I was going to give it to Tang. She loves gross bug stuff, but she said I should just let it go because if it stung me, I might get weird mutant powers. I mean, other than the one I already have. I wanted to see if I got more weird mutant powers, so I started jumping around off higher and higher things until I was jumping off the back of the ship, and I got in so much trouble, but it wasn't even that high. Hold on. I'm gonna die. I busted up my knees and it's so itchy when my scales grow in. What? Annie, don't pick at it. Chief Steward Antecedent's voice rings out across the garrison yard, pleasant but firm. It instantly transports you back to the being in the ship, tugging on her skirts and calling her Auntie. Anemone jumps up and stands up straight, her hands flying to her sides. But, Mom, it's so scratchically itchy. I know, lovey. But the more you pick at it, the thicker your scales are going to grow in. Oh, she's got scales. What if I want to have cool scales? At the rate you're going, I'm sure you'll be covered in them before you know it. No need to rush. Anemone's skin is dotted with patches of protective blue-green scales that grow in wherever she gets a cut or scrape. She rubs the patch on her jaw indignantly, the one she got when she ran headfirst into the food synthesizer. The queue for the nanoprinter is over a week long, so I patched your pants with scraps from your brother's clothing. Please try not to put more holes in them, or yourself. Galactic. I look like a fighter jet from the hollows. Looks like when they'd censor your kill count on your plane. Or like a really cool scar. Yeah, you get it. My pants are scarred, just like me. Yeah, you're a Funkamonk. Okay. Well, let's go dig in the dirt. Shovel dirt. You're pulling weeds from the garden beds when you see Cal scurry past you, moving with a purpose. He doesn't even stop to say hello before he disappears into a barn. Follow him. You slip into the barn behind Cal. He's so absorbed in whatever's in that broken storage box that he doesn't hear you. You can do it, he whispers. Come on. Go, go, go. You creep forward, but the barn door creaks closed behind you, and Cal jumps. Tails, what do you need? What's in the box? Nothing. Nothing. Whatever Cal's going to say next is interrupted by a chirping noise from the box and whirls around, and you both rush forward to look. Inside the box is a pink caterpillar-like creature about the length of your arm, blinking up at you with big, multifaceted eyes. Its mouth parts wave at you and make a clicking, chirping noise. It's hatched. Hey, little baby, welcome to the world. What is it? Dunno. I looked it up on the Surveyor archives, but nobody's found anything like it before. It's true. You have no idea what this creature is. You knew about this thing? Yeah, it showed up in one of the first shipments of mushwood. It just curled up in a little cocoon. It looked like a dried up leaf, but warm. I didn't want to just throw it away in case whatever was inside was still living, and no one was using this busted up storage box, so... What are you, little buddy? You look like a big old caterpillar, but cuter. The creature yawns, showing off circular rows of tiny, even teeth. It nestles against Cal's neck as he scritches it under the chin. Maybe we'll call you a dilly pillar. He touches one of its 6 white-capped feet. Socks. Socks the dilly pillar. Well, let's see here. Could be dangerous. I hope nobody finds out. I'm telling. Well, it could be dangerous, Cal. Everything could be dangerous. Look at her. She's harmless. See? She's a plant eater. Plant eaters are the good guys like us. Oh, boy. I have to hide her. Think she'll be okay if I keep her in the broken storage box? Go back to sleep, little buggy wuggy. Sleep tight. 5 kudos if total equals goal. Well... Winner. Hot dog. Next month. Okay. I do need to go. Gosh darn it. And nobody's saying anything here. Visit the supply depot. Let's do some work. Mars has asked you to recruit some new members for the Secret Fun Times Club. Who do you approach about this fun, exciting opportunity to make friends? A club? I guess. I'm already in a club, though. I'll do it, but you gotta hold the meeting during Blurb, because I got sports ball practice during Yelly. Duly noted. You'll tell Mars to move the club meetings to Second Sun. It shouldn't be a problem. Cal! Hey, Cal! Do you want to join a secret club? What kind of secret club would take me and not Cal? Looks like you got 2 for 1. Anemone and Cal are both at the next meeting, very excited to be part of the group. Mars looks excited to have more people to boss around. Anemone can be vice president of kicking stuff, you know, for if we need extra security, or like if we need to open a door and can't use our hands. Cal will be vice president of transportation. That'll be useful if we need to get somewhere fast, or if one of us does anyway, he can deliver secret messages too. Do you promise to always be cool kids and do fun stuff together and never tell any adults about the Secret Fun Times Club? They readily agree. Let's get to work. Okay, goal is 12. When? Early wet. No one likes wet. No one to talk to about stuff. Let's do school. Welcome, Tails. I hope you're all warmed up and ready to study the glorious humanities, history, literature, language, media, and philosophy, and maybe some earth poetry. Oh, yeah. 15, huh? 0, 1. 19. Can we drop that? No. Okay, well. Let's go talk to Tang, see if anything's else. Reasoning of 20. Holy guacamole. I don't have a bravery of 20. Biology of 20. I don't have biology of 20. Shovel some dirt. Digging out some rice paddies. The ground is so soggy because the lower gravity means the water takes longer to seep down. At least when it's raining, you don't have to use the wheelbarrows. Everything is so swampy and warm on Vertumna, not like the dry recycled air of the stratospheric. The wet ground makes the roots from our earth plants rot easier, so we need a ton of mush tree mulch, or this kind of puffy lava rock kind thing. Maybe we can do that next. I like smashing it up into tiny bits with the hammer. It's nice to be outside with Cal. Just think about all the cool stuff that's out here. Who else gets to shape the planet and provide food for the colony? No one. That's who. This job is the best. He keeps on digging and nattering on about the cool bugs he finds. You goof off a little and have fun. Your antics eventually lead you to slipping, and eventually you're up to your armpits in mud. Gross. Gross. Victorious. Okay. Alright, I think I'm going to do one more. Oh. What's up, Cal? Hold this to your head now, my darling, you hear as you enter the garden looking for Cal. It'll help with the swelling. Hello, Tails. Don't worry. Cal just took a tumble off something he shouldn't have been climbing. Not shocked. Mom, it wasn't that bad. Are you going to be okay? I'm okay. I just bonked my head a little. Mom always knows how to make it better, even if I'm old enough to take care of myself. My brave boy, thanks for humoring me. Don't let him show off for you, Tails. Ground-based feats of bravery only for the rest of the day. Wonderful. Got a card. Defense training. Okay. There we go. Win. Got some extra combat skills. Animals. And I think that's going to be it in just a moment. There's commotion in the square. An expedition's vehicle is driven through the gates and is idling in the middle. People come down from command to investigate. After a brief conversation, Utica gestures for people to unload the vehicle, clear the area. You stay out of the way to see what they're unloading. It's a body. Oh no, Chief Surveyor Tannen's body. Someone quickly covers him with a sheet, but not before the image of his torn open body is seared into your memory. However he died, it was violent and bloody. You feel your stomach cramp with nausea. What happened? Disk asks, coming over to crouch around the corner. You share that Uncle Tannen is dead, and he stares at the sheet-covered body intensely, as if he could see through it. Did they say how? They never tell us the truth anyway. Nobody will tell the kids what really happened. Did something eat him? Did he get lost, fall off a cliff? Do they even know? They don't want us to know about the monsters and other worse stuff. They want us to think everything is fine, but it's not. This planet isn't as nice as they say it is. They hate that they can't control us. You and Dis watch as they carry Uncle Tannen's body away. From the way he's practically vibrating, you can tell Dis wants to ask more questions. After a few awkward minutes, he sneaks away without saying anything, probably to try to look at the body. At least Tammy isn't around to see this, you think. At least they're together now, wherever they go when people die. You watch Utopia bend over to get a hug from Uticott, wiping her eyes as she finally cries. Utopia will probably be the next chief surveyor. At 24, she'll be the youngest council member. She's only a toddler when the stratosphere left Earth. Apparently, her sharp eye and hoverbike flying skills are the best in expeditions. Woo! Oh, snap. It's Glow. Oh, snap. I feel like I have to go through this one. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go on the walls. That's what I'm going to do. Let's see if they'll let me go on the walls. Relax on the walls. After the first attack on the colony, they added lookout towers to the walls. Now you have a place to hang out if you don't feel like working, and because it's all the way up here, no adults are going to come ask you to run any errands. On rainy days, you take shelter under the pavilions and listen to the pitter-patter of warm raindrops on the grass. Perfect place to slack off. It's a perfect place to catch up on holovids you've been meaning to watch and to chat with your friends. Oh, hey, Tails. Do you mind if I sit here? I'm going to say, sure, or heck yeah, come sit beside me. The two of you dangle your feet off the side and watch the valley below. Just shuffles a little uncomfortably and doesn't say much. You wonder if this was his private spot to be alone before you discovered it. It's been a quiet glow season, but the grim, surreal darkness of the season reminds you of last year's violence. As the month wears on, you overhear arguments at dinner. Adults worrying that attack is still coming, others who think the first one was a fluke. Surveyors mention seeing new tracks in the forest but are shushed. The gates are closed, you drill emergency procedures, fling soundlessly from the classroom, waiting for the sirens. You drill and prepare and worry, but nothing happens. Then just as glow is starting to wane, the toxic purple spill of the wormhole fading as the sun almost rises past the horizon, the sirens start. You're reading a hollow novel in bed when you hear them, followed by the stomp of boots down the hallway outside. An alert flashes on your hollow palm. Shelter, this is not a drill. Me and Mom are going to stay in the greenhouses. We're safe. Just follow Auntie Anne to the creche and wait for us, okay? Don't worry, we're more prepared than we were last time. Love you, stay safe. Dang, my bravery's not high enough. Go to the creche. Spot Tangent and Dis huddled together on beanbags. Tang must be really scared. I'm going to talk to Dis and Tang. There we go. Talk to Dis and Tang. It's so dumb they won't let us outside. We live here too. We deserve to know what's going on. They're treating us like little kids. I'm not even scared. Don't be ridiculous, Tangent says. There's dangerous animals out there. Dis shrugs. Nothing scares them. You don't hear much from outside. After a while, the sirens sound all clear, and you all file back to your quarters. Your mom and dad join you right away and give you a big hug and thank you for following their instructions. I didn't want to. Bravery. I'm not going to be the first to congratulate Rhett, but all of his defensive improvements were exactly what we needed. He's going to be insufferable at the next council meeting. Credit where credit's due, Flu Bell. It could have been worse. Poor Hal. What a way to go. What? Professor Hal? Oh my gosh. They killed the teacher. Hey, Pumpkinhead. Yeah, they're going to announce it in a few hours after everyone's had a chance to calm down. He didn't make it. What happened? Don't worry about that. It's adult stuff, okay? You guys won't be able to go into the engineering wing for a little bit, not until it's decontaminated. What the heck? Professor Hal just can't die. He can't just be gone. He's your teacher. And the engineering wing is where you take your classes. You can't imagine something bad happening there. All right. I gotta save it. gotta save it. I got stuff that I gotta do, unfortunately. Hey, I'm going to be turning age 12. Ooh, I can see my friendship scores. 15 with Anemone, 15 with Dis, 21 with Cal, 16, 22 with Mars. Okay. Okay, I've got to save. Save. New save. This is stream save. Okay. Well, everybody, thanks for hanging out with me as I continue to work towards getting the stream set up and all of that stuff, relatively decently. Yeah, but I hope that everyone enjoyed the stream, and I'm glad that I got the chance to be able to do that. So let's see if there's anyone streaming. Hold on while I pull it up. Mute that. Okay, I should still be okay. I think I'm just going to close it up. I don't see that many people on right now. So thank you again. Thanks Alto and Titus for coming in to hang out, and James and just everybody that happened to stop by. I appreciate it. Everyone have a great rest of your day, and I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.